Let's talk about the we buy houses for cash people. Whether it's you see a sign on the street corner, or you look them up online, or they call you or text you like we get a lot of. What are they offering you, and what do you look for? What's the catch? And is it a good idea for you to move forward with that? So I think we're going to see that a lot more, and it might be more appealing to sellers than ever because of the little bit of a downturn that we are in the market right now, and the interest rates being higher. If sellers really need to sell, it just seems so appealing to want to just get rid of the home. Maybe you've even moved on already. Maybe it's an estate, and just to be able to move on. So there's different types of investors that are offering these things, and specifically there's two types. Number one is a cash investor, somebody that will offer you cash for your home, and they take over, like they own the property and you fully move on. And usually they offer less than the market value. So even what you would list with an agent, and where you could get a little bit more competitive in those cash offers. So then, and so that honestly to me would be more ideal if somebody needs to do that. But let me tell you about the second one that is a little bit more confusing to people, even to some people in the real estate world. And that is these companies that are taking over the mortgage payments. That's kind of how they'll sell it to you, is like, hey, I know you're in a rough spot. You're in a situation where maybe you purchased in the last year or so. So you maybe came in at a great interest rate, but maybe your house payments are just still a little too high. You got excited and got into a house or maybe you've lost your job and you just can't continue to make payments. I can help you avoid a short sale or a foreclosure, and you can move on. And however, what you need to understand with this is, when you start hearing the words subject to, they are saying that they will take the title. Okay, their names will be on the title of the home, but you still have the mortgage. They are making the payments on your behalf to the mortgage company, but the title is in their name, which means they have the ability to use that property in the way that they want to. And usually they are probably going to rent it. In this market right now, that's probably what they're going to do. And that might be for quite some time until they put enough equity in that they decide they want to sell it. And so you could be kind of married into this relationship with this person, this company that has taken on the title of your house, but still have the mortgage in your name, which means if you want to end up buying another house, or if you want to purchase a vehicle, when they pull your credit report, they're going to see that mortgage on there. And what these subject to, what these we buy houses people will say, and I'm not saying they're all bad or might not be trying to meet a need, but I just think it's fair for everyone to understand the pros and cons and see it from every different perspective. But they will try and tell you, like, your credit's going to get even better because we're making these payments on the house, and so it's going to build your credit. And although that might be true, creditors and anybody, when you're trying to get any sort of loan, will see that you have this debt essentially still of a mortgage. And so it's just something to consider. So they're either going to look to end up selling the property. They might refinance it when the rates go down. But again, if you bought the house when the rates were low, and that's, it's just, I don't even honestly think that these people, so what they'll do is they'll get you on the phone for a while, and they might even come to your house and give you just, kind of an idea of how much they would contract it under to get that deed. And it might not be a fit anymore, or it might not be a fit for them. And so then they've wasted all that time. So I hope this is helpful, and it's still, can be really hard to understand the totality of this subject too. And back in the day, we just called them flippers, but now flipping a house, people maybe more so think of it as like the Chip and Joanna Gaines, come in and make it pretty and then sell it. And those, again, I think those are more of the, legit. They are meeting a need. They are forthright in that they are giving you less, but they're giving you cash and you can move on. Like, it is not in your name at all anymore. Whereas this subject too, where they take on your payments, is not all it's cracked up to be. So if you have any questions on this, or you've been offered this, I'm curious to get your feedback on it. I know this might not make friends with some of the people out there that are doing it. Again, there could be some positives to it, but I just, if you're in a difficult situation, there could be other ways to look into it. Assumable loans, I think, are going to become really popular right now. If you got into your house at a good interest rate and then you're looking to sell, you can offer, not everyone, it has to be a government loan, and they have to qualify. There's a lot of information to this, so I'm not going to pretend like that, just say, oh, everyone could do an assumable loan. But if you might want to look into if you are allowed to offer an assumable loan to buyers. And so what that is for the life of the loan, they will get the rate, if they qualify, the rate that you got in at. And right now that would be awesome for buyers. If you're working with a buyer, you should be searching in MLS, in your database, your local database. You should be searching assumable loans, and because that could be a great opportunity for them to get an interest rate. It's not a buy down, it's a life of the loan, and then there's less fees at closing, and it's a really cool deal that I think we're going to probably start seeing more often, because of where we are right now, until the rates go back down some. So anyways, if you have any questions on this, I would be happy to help. And if I don't have the answer, I know some other people that I've been going to, just to get more knowledge so that we can help our buyers and sellers come out with the best outcome. And that's what's important. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. If you have anything, just let me know. If you have any comments, or if you have any suggestions with any of this, I'd love to hear.